Good morning. This is Arlene Wilson, Master Gardener with Yates County Cooperative Extension with another episode of How My Garden Grows. So this morning I just wanted to share with you some of the work that I did yesterday in my garden and my plans for some of the produce for my garden. So over here we have what I call against the fence. So this is strawberries here. So I did some weeding and some thinning out of strawberries. So this is something I find very sad to do, but very necessary. Sometimes you have the plants growing so thick, and particularly with strawberries, they'll send out a shoot. Um, uh, they'll send out a line that will seed into another plant. What I ended up with was a very thick cluster of strawberries, so none could really grow well and give you big fruit because all of the energy for the growth was into creating new plants. So it's really important that you thin them. So if you look down here, all of this was a mass of green. So I've created some virtual rows here of strawberries so that next year I've laid the foundation for the energy for the growth to go into the plant itself and into the fruit. So these are all past fruiting, as you can see, where the fruit were plucked. And so part of that is just pulling up those extra plants, making room. And then I was able to add a layer of topsoil that I had purchased because I'm a cheapie. I look for the cheapest topsoil. As I live in an urban area and don't have a place that I can have somebody deliver it in a truck or backhoe or a gator to bring it in. But if you have that space, that is the most cost-effective way to add additional soil because you are utilizing that soil. They're growing, using that soil as food. So you're going to see your soil shrink. You're going to see a little less soil. You're going to see a little more rocky substrate. You're going to wonder, what happened to my lovely soil? It turned into your lovely plants, which turned into your lovely vegetables. So now you got to think about, where am I going to get more soil, right? And soil is a combination of organic, inorganic, space. In your greens, you want to look at things like coffee grounds, tea grounds, as long as you take off the filters in the bags. You want to look at vegetable scraps and composting that in a separate container and adding that. You want to look at lawn clippings. So you can spread your lawn clippings amongst your plants, and that will decompose and help enrich the soil for this year and next year. And if you have access to Home and Garden Center or you live near a farmer who has straw, that's a good time to kind of go over and say, "Hi, it's me, the gardener. Can I buy a bale of hay or 2 or 3 mini bales?" And take that and spread that out. That helps with the weed suppression, but it also breaks down and helps to fertilize the plants, and it helps to enrich and build up your soil material. And then your topsoil is your last, which is dirt that you put on top of all of that to help increase the nutrients and help actually create more soil in your garden. So I just wanted to show you again my raspberry bush. And again, Master Gardeners, we swap, so those are coming along quite nicely. I've got one here, and I've got 2 over there. I've got 1 stem, hopefully that'll come back to something. And I had 2 little stumps over here, and we'll see in the spring if they come back. But I added soil all around here, and then down there I also have my zucchini that needed some more soil to grow. And then another suggestion that was provided from one of our Master Gardeners, an agriculturalist, Caroline Hunt. Thank you, Caroline. Was I was crying. I was, "Caroline, I'm pulling up these strawberries and they're all healthy and look good, and I don't feel right. What am I gonna do?" And she said, "Well, you could put some in a pot, and then, put them probably in your garage somewhere that you can get a little warmth over the winter, and then they'll have died back, and then you bring them out next spring, and voila, you will have strawberries in a pot that also can be decorative." I'm like, yay, good idea. So we got 2 pots going. This one, y'all look a little bit wilty, so we're going to hit you with some water today. But you look like you have made yourself the home over there. So we'll also hit you with water, but it looks like you're going to do good. So that's the plan. So it is August, and we want to start planning for next year's gardening. But there still is time for another set of gardening. So you're not done yet. You're harvesting fruit, but if you have some things that have finished bearing, or that are taking up a lot more room than you thought they would, like my zucchini, this is an option to pull it up and to look at planting something else. So this time of year, you still can plant. I was watching another video. There's a plethora of things that you can still plant. You can still do some lettuces, and you can do some herbs. So those are all possibilities. Oh, look at my cucumbers starting to come along. Looky. Nice, nice. I get easily distracted, but that happens in a garden. Okay, so my cucumbers come along, and ooh, cherry tomatoes over there. That's gonna be this afternoon's harvest. So we've got some things going on, and we got pressed for space in here. So I have to walk carefully and gently amongst the plants. And I got one acorn squash that is doing quite well over here. Let me move you out the way a little bit. Yep, if you can see that right there, and blossoms. So hopefully we'll get some more acorn squash. My watermelon is still running. I don't see any plants, any fruit as yet. So I will keep hope alive, like Jesse Jackson said in the 80s, and maybe I'll get a little something something as we go along. I have green tomatoes that are starting to get a little pinkish in color, and I am into my third round of parsley. So this has been picked at 3 times, so I'm looking forward to that for another round of parsley salad. Tabbouleh salad, which is parsley and tomatoes, which I have both of, and bulgur wheat and lemon juice. So what I also wanted to share with you is I just wanted to show you some of the things that I've harvested here. So we've got the griller's zucchini. I've got 3 of those in this little basket, and I've got 4 green tomatoes. So today is going to be fried green tomato day, and again you use an egg dredge, an egg wash, dip them in an egg wash. I like to season my egg wash, and then flour dredge, also season the flour, and then fry them. Don't talk to the doctor about you fried stuff. Well, you could use corn oil, right? You could mix it with a little bit of olive oil. Frying isn't the best, but you know, some things only taste good fried, and it's the summer, so fry away. And I'm not a doctor. Also, I did want to talk to you about these vegetables. So you're going to find out you have a lot of vegetables. And I was very excited about the zucchini, and I picked one, I cooked it, and then my family's like, okay, yeah, zucchini, yeah, what else you got? So I'm looking up recipes, and I see zucchini fritters. So I'm going to grate the zucchinis and mix them with flour and egg. And I got some corn that I'm going to mix them with and fry those up so everybody has zucchini fritters when they come back. And I'm angling because my husband doesn't want to be in the video. So have a good day, husband. He's off doing good God's work, going to a church meeting. Isn't that nice? And I get to be here in the garden. Bye. Tell minister I said hey. So with zucchini, we're going to do that. And I'm going to fry up these fried green tomatoes, and that's amazing. Again, the same egg wash, and then flour dredge, and hit the frying pan. I've seen it at one place that had a great topping for the fried green tomatoes, where you would put horseradish sauce and bacon bits on top of fried green tomatoes. Nice. But I also like to go old school and just put hot sauce, so that's wonderful. But I also want you to think about, oh, he's gone now, so I'm going to go back to my regular side. Okay, so I also want you all to think about helping your neighbors. You know, we're in tough times right now with COVID-19, and that tough times are emotionally difficult times. People are depressed, people are sad, people are stressed. People are unemployed. People got money issues. They got issues because they got no money. They're not working. So sometimes a gift of food is the nicest thing that you can do to somebody. But do it nicely, right? Don't go over there and say, oh, I know you guys are broke over here. I brought you some produce. Aren't I a good person? Mm-mm. Or, you know what? I noticed you put on that quarantine 15. Here's some vegetables. Help you take some of that off. Mm-mm. Don't do that. Don't do that. Sound like my mama. Don't do that. Thinking, I'm helping. No, that's not helpful. Keep that help. If you want to help, just generally offer. And if you have community groups that have some social distancing gatherings, this is a great opportunity to reach out to your church and say, you know what? We could put a little table out front with a little free sign, a little help yourself sign. It's not a way to identify anybody. Nobody's feeling less than. Nobody is humiliated or embarrassed because of the financial situation. It's just out there. Or if you're a member of the Rotary or the Kiwanis, the Lions, the Moose, the Elk, all them animal fraternal organizations, maybe put a table out. Maybe put a note in your newsletter, a flyer, that there's vegetables available on your porch or on the back step. So nobody is humiliated or embarrassed or feeling put upon asking for help. But you're just respectfully offering help and offering financial assistance. And if you say, well, we don't know how to cook these things, we don't know how to reach out, call your cooperative extension office. We can provide you some recipes. We can provide you some advice. I'm not a big on canning, but I got some coworkers who are really good at canning. I'm the queen of freezing. So I love freezer bags, and freezer bags love me. So you can cook stuff, and you can can stuff and put them up, and then they're there for another time. Okay, so you can cook the zucchini and freeze it. You can cook the fried green tomatoes and freeze it, and then take it out and microwave it for another time. So again, share your bounty, think about your neighbors, and be kind, and enjoy your vegetables, and enjoy your garden. This is Arlene Wilson, Master Gardener for Yates County Cooperative Extension, and have a good day. I'm going to go make some zucchini fritters.